Hey there, Cerise here. Thank you so much for subscribing and for liking my videos. Guys, I have some really sad news today. Very sad news today. You guys know I love to share a lot of my experiences here in the Dominican Republic. A lot of you guys have been following me from time since I came, and I want to thank you for that. And you also know, if you've been following me from time, then you've gotten to know me and you've gotten to know a huge part of my heart and how I do things. And you guys know I'm an animal lover. And so we lost Dia. Dia was just so young and so small, and she must have eaten something in the yard here. I don't know what it is. Like, I saw a mouse in their water the other day, like a field mouse in their water the other day. I don't know. Gino saw her eating a piece of toilet paper. And so we're trying to think what it could have been. But she, for an entire day, like, we woke up in the morning and Dia started to vomit. And I was like, okay, this is different. But I've had dogs that vomited before. So I just monitored her. I had to go out for the day and came back and in the nighttime. And when I got back, Dia was not really herself. So I ran all the way across the street over here to an animal rescuer. And I called them. It was like around, maybe 9 o'clock at night. And I said, please come help me. My puppy, she's not okay. And they came and they were like, yeah, she's not going to make it. And Dia and I were laying over here on the ground. I was laying down with her because she was in such pain, and I could tell she was breathing strangely. When I did get back home from being out, there was diarrhea, and it looked a little bloody. And I don't know. I really don't know. She was just taken so quickly in one day. And then when the animal rescuer told me, she said, you know what, Cerise, as soon as a puppy starts to vomit, you got to take them to the vet immediately. And then she also said, especially when they vomit and diarrhea. And, you know, I felt so bad, but she did tell me, she said, Cerise, you didn't know. Don't feel bad. You did everything you could for Dia. I always comforted Dia. And I guess what comforts me right now is the point that she did have a good life and the little time that she did have. So I was supposed to have a housewarming yesterday, but I decided to cancel it because Dia is the main reason why I came and got a backyard. Some of you might remember, because I was like, she's too small to go up and down the stairs. And I really wanted her to play outside and have a good time. And, you know, the universe works in mysterious ways. And it could be that I just needed a backyard and I was reluctant to get one and thinking it's okay to have one dog in an apartment. And maybe I needed a backyard and just didn't know it. And Dia was my inspiration to do that. And now that that's done, see, and I don't feel comfortable saying that because that's almost like saying she served her purpose, and that's not cool. But I'm trying to deal with it as best I can. And I'm tired of racking my brain trying to figure out if I let her down, if I could have done anything differently. And yeah, it does hurt, even though I only had her for 2 months. It's really painful. But anyway, we're okay. And boy, do I ever miss that little girl. She sat in my lap all day. She was such a tough little ankle biter. And I'm just really sad without her. But I know she's in a better place. She's in heaven and she's all right. Sorry, she's a little emotional. And now, so we've decided to push the housewarming to tomorrow, Sunday. Today's Saturday. So I'm just trying to get everything together. And so I thought I'd do two things with one, because my cousin is coming. My cousin just arrived here in the North Coast today, in Puerto Plata, and she's staying at a hotel down the street from here. So I'm going to get my driver to pick her up tomorrow and bring her in. She came with 6 ladies, and we're going to have a party here. We're going to invite about 11 people. Well, we've invited about maybe 11 to 14 people so far may come, and plus my cousin with her 6 friends. So I thought, you know what, just have a housewarming and a party all in one. My cousin wanted me to invite a lot of people, and she wants to have sancocho, and she wants to have sancocho here in the outdoor oven. And so we're going to get Winston to pick her up tomorrow and take her around to the playa, and I'm going to prepare everything here. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to share with you what's going on. As you know, I share with you all my experiences, and I'm sure some of you know how sad this is. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for subscribing and for liking this video. I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to go get another puppy, and, because these two, well, ironically enough, interesting enough, Jefferson's visiting for the weekend. So there he is. Such a good guy. And Jefferson is Gino's son. And, I guess I just got to say, it's funny because Chiquito and Noche, they've been acting differently since Dia died yesterday. And also, he seems more sad than Noche. It's an interesting thing. I guess, he maybe is a little bit older and understands death a little bit more than Noche because she's still a baby. I don't know. But seems like he's training Noche a lot more, too, to be polite and not grab food. So the dynamics have already changed in the house, and I think I'd like to get a extra little puppy for them, but my heart is really wavering because it's pondering, because I don't want to replace Dia. I mean, I would get 10 puppies, but for this backyard, I love animals, but not to replace Dia, and that's the thing. I want to make sure it's not to replace Dia. I want to get a little puppy for the puppy itself, Also, I didn't tell you guys this. About 2 weeks ago, exactly to the date that Dia died, I was at Plan B. This is how I actually knew an animal rescuer lived across the street from me, because I was at Plan B. I'm just making some soup. And there was a puppy that I was looking at throughout, my time there and stuff. Puppy was so cute, running across the street and, just kind of doing all kinds of puppy stuff. I didn't know whose puppy it was. But all of a sudden, I'm sitting right there at Plan B, and all of a sudden, the puppy runs out into the road, and a moto concho hit the puppy. And I saw it happen. And I was like, oh my gosh. I jumped up out of my seat at Plan B, ran out into the street, and everyone was just kind of in a daze. It's not that nobody cared. It's just everybody's like, is the puppy going to get back up? But I just couldn't see the puppy lay there. So I got up and I grabbed the puppy, and I was sitting with a friend of mine who is a nurse from Canada. And she held the puppy in her arms, and she's like, Cerise, I don't think this puppy's going to last. And I was like, well, we got to do something. So we called Dr. Bob veterinarian. We called Judy's Pet Lodge, but they were both closed. It was nighttime. And then Olga, the owner of Plan B, this was a Thursday night, and busy karaoke was just about to start, and she was like, come on, Cerise, let's go. We were crying. I was literally crying. My friend, we were crying on the steps of Plan B with this puppy in our hands. And we didn't know whose puppy it was. And then Olga, she's also an animal lover, because people bring their puppies, their dogs right in there for karaoke and everything, right? So Olga's like, Cerise, come on, let's go. I'm taking you guys to my friend who lives just down the street, and she knows about animals. So we got into the car. Olga drove us right along here. Now, this was days before I moved in. 2 days before I was due to move into this house. So when she drove along this street and passed my house, I said, oh my gosh, I'm moving in that house in 2 days. And then she stopped, and right across over there is the animal rescuer. So I was like, wow, this is so convenient. But they said that the puppy was not going to last. And then I said, what do I do with the puppy? They're like, well, you can't leave it here because look how many dogs are here and we won't know what to do for the puppy. We're not doctors. And I was like, okay. So then I just pretty much dealt with it, put the puppy back in my arms, went back to plan B. Like I caught some guy on the side because Olga had to go back to plan B, and it's just walking distance, right? But I didn't want to walk too far away with the puppy and like jingle it and walk with it, because it was really in a lot of pain and the puppy was going it was dying and they couldn't put it down. The animal rescuer didn't have the meds. She's not a veterinarian. She couldn't put the animal down. So she said, don't worry, it's just a couple of more minutes. And so it just wasn't passing. And I didn't have any experience like that at all before. And then I didn't know where to go with the puppy until it died. So I just went back to plan B. But what I did was I stopped some guy in the street, a Dominican, in a minivan. And I just yelled out, yo, ¿tú hablas inglés? And he said, sí, un poco. And I said, yo necesito ayuda. And ayuda, I don't pronounce it right, but he understood it. Yo necesito ayuda means I need help. And he said, ¿qué? Like what? Like what's going on? And I said, look, see this puppy? It needs love right now. It's dying. And he said, okay, tell me where you need to go. And I said, plan B down the street. Took me to plan B and the puppy was still breathing. And I said to him, I'm like, yo, if this puppy survives, I'm going to call her Miracle and I'm going to keep her. And then all of a sudden, he stopped the car. I was just about to get out of the car and I smelled gas, like past gas, and last breath. And that was it. The puppy just died just like that. And I was pretty shaken up. It wasn't my puppy, but it died in my arms. And it's a really sad situation for my own puppy to die 2 weeks to the date after that. And it's like, wow. But I didn't keep Dia in my arms throughout the night for her to die in my arms. What I did was I put her in the garden where her favorite spot, where she always liked to go, right over there. I still haven't moved the white blanket. My heart just can't do it right now. But I just laid her down nicely and let her just stay there. Obviously she's not in the white blanket any longer. It's just the white blanket. But it's just really sad. And so, 2 weeks to the date, and I'm just like, wow. So it's a lot of pain, but life must go on, and I guess that's a first world problem, right? It's not a third world issue, and I'll keep Dia in my heart forever. And that's that. Wow. But I still have Noche, and I gained one dog as well. Chiquito came with the house, and look at him, he's so beautiful, majestic, sitting there smelling the flowers. Did you guys see his head up? His head was up when I first put it there. He was smelling this flower right here. You like the flowers, my honey bunny? Yes, you do. You like the flowers. Look, he's been crying since Dia left. I never used to see Boogie in his eyes ever. And ever since she left, he's been crying, and he knows I know. He's letting me wipe his eyes. Look, he's so hurt. I know, Dia. Oh, look. And he really loved little Dia. And Noche did too, but again, Noche's much younger. And I think she just doesn't understand. Like if I go to her and I say Dia's name. Hi, honey. Donde Dia? Donde Dia? See, she's... Okay, he's taking care of her. He knows. Aw. Okay. Thank you for letting me share. And I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. But Gino said that we should just get another puppy right away. And take it easy. And I don't know, maybe it will bring some excitement for these guys. See, look how he's training her. He's teaching her to be a good girl, be more obedient. She is a little wild child, I will admit. But so was her mother. Look what I did. Came all the way to the Dominican Republic to live the rest of my days. Okay, guys, I'm going to finish making rice and soup and chicken and everything while I do a little bit of house cleaning. Got to get ready for the party tomorrow. And I got to take all this stuff to Charamicos because it's all washed laundry and everything for the Airbnb there. And that's it. Enjoy your day, guys. If you need anything at all here while you're in the Dominican Republic, please don't hesitate to contact me. 829-702-7726. WhatsApp is the best way to get a hold of me, okay? Feel free to leave a voice note. Feel free to just leave a question, even if you have a comment or anything at all. All right? I can help you find apartments, land, and quite a few things. But all you have to do is just hit me up. I'm here. Okay.